spot for him. Pretty new to the rotation for Clemson. 3 of his first 4 starts, he's given up 3 earned runs or fewer, as there's a base.
Contributing, getting back to Bailey. He's really been a nice bright spot for Clemson. Stepping into the
guys through yesterday, a little bit of a shorter bullpen. Grounder to third. They could turn it, and already in this series, but may have to go a little bit shorter.
Yeah, I think the bullpen's going to be a big story in this game for both.
Christie has been up there. Cam Looper, shallow left. Who's got it?
Ratios, you know, he's going to fill up the zone and challenge these hitters.
And right on cue, he goes for one of those times. In 4 of his last 5 outings, he's given up 0 or because it wore down Brooks. And then next time through the order, the Tigers are able to make some hay against him. Struck out 4 times. That's one thing Eric Bakich was really upset about yesterday.
Ratio for an offense, and you want to win that battle, have more walks and strikeouts. And when you have a lot of strikeouts, you tend to lose that battle.
Trying to celebrate her mom today. My wife for sure not watching. She gets secondhand embarrassment. Everyone. If you're Clemson, there's certain priorities in the line.
So keeping him off the bases would be a high priority for the Tigers.
So yesterday, when they're down 6-1 and they're still sort of showing a little life
or whatever, but you know, you do what you got to do to create energy. I would play a
little bit less emphasis on that pitch series, but he has yet to walk. He's been hit by 1 pitch and he struck out 5 batting mitts.
Yeah, I mean that is big league. I mean, it's one of those Mother's Day, Father's Day. There's always a big.
There's a grounder, backhanded at second base. That'll get, but he has a ton of those. The productive outs with less than 2 outs, down in the count. He is coming into this game 5 for his last 34 from the plate, so the average down below 300.
Look at that pitch. Yeah, competitive fastball there, just kind of froze, purify looking.
Prospect, for example, may not make it to senior day next year, but you look at this lineup.
Yeah, the 3 seniors in the lineup for the Tigers are transfers themselves. So
in this inning already. And now and tough for Crichton hammers the ball to right center field, backing. You stick that sucker at the top of the chart there, top of that one sheet that the committee's looking at.
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's helped speed the game along, though. I will say that. For the Blue Devils. Excuse me, that was in the 7th inning. Counted for runs 13 and 14. Become a cohesive unit. 2-0 pitches skied in the air. Here's a 3-2 in the air, left center. It's going to hang up.
Image.
First pitch, check swing.
People talk about and can't really explain it. Just things slow down for you.
For Murray on a pass ball, not a wild pitch. The ruling there. Foul ball, and Gracia.
He can tell you about our defense.
I was hoping to talk to Tristan.
Yeah, let's do it. Tristan McClatty joins us.
Which I'll do whatever it takes to win, whether that's get on base or get an out, make a diving play, make that. I'll just say just instilling more confidence. The summer was big because that's where you get a lot of at-bats right there. So just.
He's just, I couldn't help but do it while I'm talking to him on the headset there, but nice and firm to get it away from the pitcher.
Jake Hyde, by the way, that home run was just
and Winslow there to pull it off.
Fly ball to center. Clemson does such a great job with military appreciation in all sports, and
anyone that served that's listening now, we're certainly very grateful and want that.
Henry Zatkowski has really dialed it in. There's a foul ball.
I agree.
Especially given the situation with the number of pitchers that have been burned. Luke Gaffney Sticks the bat out, lifts one to right.
See Purify here. I feel like he's going to have an impact on this game before it's all said and done. He takes, you know that, you know, a little bit of a slide Clemson's been in the last couple weeks. He's taken it.
Ball. Saw a lot of those his first time up before he struck out against the fastball.
Yeah, good. Another pitch. Looking for a mistake.
Fly ball to right. Albright there. Day for all the work that you do. First pitch from BJ is up a little bit sooner in run scoring situations.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he mentioned, turning the order over. That's super.
Here's a 3-2 pitch to Berger. Down low, ball 4, leadoff walk. I think he's pulled the ball twice against Bailey. That ball's mashed. Having it or both.
Yeah, he's really been an X factor.
Got a fly out with a runner at first. Then got a strikeout in the 6th. That ball's hit well to right. Albright chasing Crichton back, and it's hit arounds.
Who they bring in and why, if the Tiger offense is able to claw back and get this.
Gerald, by the way, to keep the run arounds at second base.
Yeah, there's that split, act like knuckleballs at times. Like that one there, looked like it hit him.
That's a big strikeout on interference, and a curveball there at 77 for a strikeout. I think it just goes in the book as a KI. Okay, before the broadcast today. Beat Florida State. There's a rip by Canarella at the top of the order.
I would not be able to tell you that. I'll take your word for it.
Cam on the move, throw down. Crichton to third. Miller needs a strong throw.
Yeah, that can be a little deflating as an offense. You know, it's, you know, when you feel like you're doing your job and produce some runs in bunches, it's been hard for him.
To start the year, you're probably going to lose a bunch of those games. If you split those series and moved them in.
It's been a challenge for him. A lot left to go in this game, and this team's good enough to go on a run.
There's a strike.
We talked a lot about what Nard was able to do for Duke yesterday, is bridging the gap to allow them time to claw back in.
Clark now down 0-2. He had a big double in the 5th after the earlier this season. This guy's tough to tame, has been all weekend. Gracia skies one. Pop-up Priest, that's going to go foul, out of play. As you can imagine, we've seen some teams
that sparked a rally for the Tigers, and they don't want it to happen again.
This ball's hammered down the line. That's going foul. Yeah, Priest bunt single back on Friday. One of the big plays in this series. He looks. Josh Pano batting now. Only extra base hit of the day so far for Clemson.
See, when he came in the game. Yep, it was a cool experience. It's, you know, obviously everyone's aware of that was able to win it all that year, and you know, just shit that's happened.
Miller goes down weakly on a 3-2 pitch. Divorce.
Do what it does. He's highly effective.
Here's a look at Jake Hyde. I believe his was a 40-degree launch angle. So we haven't seen just a prodigious blow until.
A little bit worse after this pitch here.
1-2 is in the dirt, 2-2. If we take some time. That's awesome. And you know what? I'm not my wife and mom and grandma with the portions here. Here's another 3-2. Check. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Pittsburgh of Virginia Tech. Clemson goes to Pittsburgh next week. That, you know, they're going to score runs, but just to change up the rhythm of these pitchers. But you know, Hendy, you know, they continue to just cruise.
If he comes in, it'll be his second time in the series.
Nice cutter there.
Slow roller, third base, got a bare hand, and the throw. Here's Purify, takes a strike inside corner.
I got to imagine it's Calvert to Talon, and that's how they expect this game to end. Really all weekend, but especially these last 2 days.
That was a chase, understandably so. You see the rain is really coming down hard at the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd squeeze, bunt. Very hard to do. Bunt coverage, funny spin, rolling for Duke.
yeah, good looking pitch there.
He has reached now.
Success.
Is an interesting. They were averaging 11.4 runs a game and giving up 3.8. That means they're a big at bat down the order. It just gave people a little bit of hope, and there's Ben Miller offensively has been a virtual not.
You put up numbers like that, you're too good of a hitter to be quiet the rest of the season.
Popped up foul. I do think that's going to make for an interesting cup. One of the biggest plays in the game. If that ball falls, the base is clear, things could be totally different right now.